The goal of this bill is to put drivers back in the driver's seat, to make our existing fleets compete for their service, to free drivers from their long-term contracts so they're able to affiliate with the fleet of their choosing, including a cooperative if they so choose, to set ceilings on lease fees to limit credit card charges incurred by drivers to 5% instead of 8%, to standardize lease terms, to provide for arbitration. We looked at every issue that our drivers raised in a mediation with the industry, and on every one of them, we agreed with the drivers. But we didn't stop there. We are going to be recommending a number of PVLs directly to drivers. With those PVLs, drivers will control their own destiny. They can determine which fleet to affiliate with, or as many of them aspire to, they can form a cooperative. And that cooperative can attract other affiliated drivers in a year's time. Not only are we recommending the largest issuance to drivers in our county's history, we are also totally changing the nature of these PVLs. In the past, these PVLs were given to fleets or individuals for a price of approximately $4,000. And then they could be sold on the open market for as much as $90,000. A county asset provided for $4,000 and sold for $90,000. That's not right. And this bill puts an end to that as well. PVLs going forward will be non-transferable, period. If the PVL holder is done, the PVL will return to the county. This is not only a good thing in and of itself, it also helps mitigate the financial impact on existing PVL holders of the new issuances that we will be recommending. But perhaps best of all, we are really using this moment in time to step up our support for the transportation needs of the disabled community. It is a community that has been poorly served by our existing fleets and a community that will not be served by TNCs. Other communities have made stronger commitments. We are about to join them. We will be allocating an incredible number of PVLs directly for accessible vehicles.
We have different fleets now. Not the same fleets are here now as existed previously, I think. We've had Uber and Lyft, and I think there's another one that provides an internet access to independent transportation services, and Councilmember Berliner has indicated we have been preempted from having anything to say about that. That's something that I would encourage my colleagues to think about as we work through this. The whole issue, I think, and the real focus for everyone has been, how do we empower these guys, these drivers in the room, whoever they're associated with, to compete? Does it make it easier or does it make it harder?
I have to say that, the county, we're not in the cab business, but we do create in some ways through our regulatory processes. We do shape the market out there, and there's definitely a disconnect. So whether this is a first step forward, I'm sure we'll have to continue to monitor all of this to see how it works. But to me, it's about access also, and it's about having more options out there so that our constituents can feel that Montgomery County has a menu of options when it comes to transportation.
I think the final product today is going to end up creating 4 benefits for the system we have. It's going to respond to the external competition that's been created by Uber and Lyft that we have to respond to. It's going to expand the competition by lifting up some of our small fleets. It's going to expand the options for drivers so that they will have a broader range of free market opportunities to work their service, to provide their services to the Montgomery County public, and it's especially going to provide a much broader base of service for our disabled community, which has been lacking services in this area for a very long time.
This door is opened up and the world is changing, and you can continue to just serve other people, or you have the opportunity to do something yourself. And I'm really happy to see that this is where the driver community has wound up, and I wish that this would become a larger example, frankly, in the business community for employees to look at what opportunities there are. They don't always need to work for somebody else. They can work for themselves, and that's a good thing. So I'm very happy with this part of the outcome.
Clerk will call the roll.
Mr. Elrich?
Yes.
Mr. Elrich votes yes. Mr. Hooker?
Yes.
Mr. Hooker votes yes. Mr. Berliner?
Yes.
Mr. Berliner votes yes. Mr. Rice?
Yes.
Mr. Rice votes yes. Mr. Reamer?
Yes.
Mr. Reamer votes yes. Ms. Navarro?
Yes.
Ms. Navarro votes yes. Mr. Katz?
Yes.
Mr. Katz votes yes. Ms. Florine?
Yes.
Ms. Florine votes yes. Mr. Leventhal?
Mr. Leventhal votes yes. Expedited Bill 5314 is unanimously adopted by the County Council.